Hi there everybody, I'm Rosslyn, and today I'm starting a new Let's Play series because I'm going to be doing Let's Plays of this book, Unicorn Princess. Apparently it's a choose your own adventure book from the Dragonlark series. Apparently there's a whole series of really modern looking, really obnoxious looking choose your own adventure books. Um this is one of them. It's fair enough. It's by Shannon Gilligan, and it looks like it's entirely aimed at tween JoJo Siwa, which is absolutely fine. A lot of tween JoJo Siwas around, and why the heck shouldn't they get in on the fun too? I say. I'm here because I just want to play game books where I'm doing all different things. It's a lot of fun, and I've never pissed about being a princess on a unicorn before. This is going to be great. So, the blurb says, have you ever read a book that's about you? This book is. It's your third summer at Princess Island, a camp where you and other royal girls run, jump, ride horses, swim, do crafts, and act in plays as part of the Princess Playoffs for the Princess Island Cabin Cup. You meet a new camper named Jo who tells you she's seen a unicorn on the island. A unicorn? Do you believe her? Can you make the right choices to find it? Well, we shall see. And apparently this is me. So I'm a little red-haired girl. That must be me on the back of this unicorn on the front too. Nice one. So this book has lovely full-colour illustrations and enormous writing, and not a huge amount of pages, so I would expect all of the playthroughs to be fairly swift. I'm just going to skip the read this first because they're assuming we don't know what a game book is, and by now we probably all do. It's just a choose your own adventure book, it's not too complicated. So we start off with this picture of me here along with my parents, who definitely look like they have been blatantly replaced by either aliens or cardboard cutouts with tape recorders hidden inside. That's alright though, apparently, because I'm off. Oh, I meant to be American. Okay, oh. I have to be an American little girl. Okay, let me have a little drink of my... before I have to... Oh. Okay. Bye, Mom! Bye, Dad! You yell as you pull your trunk down the dock. Have a great summer, Peregrine, your dad, King Edward says, blowing you a kiss. Strain your tiara, sweetheart, your mom, Queen Helena, adds, waving. You wave back at your parents. Your name is Princess Peregrine Yvette, but everyone calls you Perry. This is your third summer at Princess Island Camp. You are finally old enough to wear the junior camper outfit. Looking down, you notice your skirt is already wrinkled. That must be like culottes, is it? Like a shorts and a skirt combined. I think it's like culottes. Anyway, so she's thinking, I'm thinking, maybe it's just better to have a messy uniform on the first day. You continue down to the end of the dock to the welcome table. You look around for friends, but you don't see anyone you know. Your best friend, Crown Princess Carlyle, is not coming back. She wrote to you about it this past winter. Mom, it just won't be the same without Caroline, you'd whined. I know it
must feel that way, Perry, your mum had said, but who knows what this year will bring? Duchess Anastasia and I did not meet until our 3rd year at camp. Remember the beautiful compass she sent for your 9th birthday? You met Aunt Anastasia at Princess Island? I did, and we have been best friends ever since, your mum had answered. So chin up.
You arrive at the Princess Island welcome table and perform a perfect curtsy with your head dipped. You've been practicing. But when you look up, you see a senior counsellor instead of head of camp.
Where is Mrs. Wiggins? You ask, puzzled.
As the counsellor answers, a huge gust of wind rises off the lake. All the welcome packets whoosh up into the air and fall into the water. Most of them get soaked. Luckily, one landed on the dock. It reads, Josefina Fernanda de las Flores, comma, Trout Lily, comma, age 9. Trout Lily? That's the name of your cabin too. Josefina must be a new camper. A bunch of senior counsellors scramble to gather and dry the wet envelopes. Where is Mrs. Wiggins? You need to find her before more things go wrong. Let me get this lovely picture here of us all getting into the dinghies to go to Princess Island. Okay, so I have 2 options. It's my first choice. Very exciting. Do I decide to go in search of Mrs. Wiggins? This seems like the sensible choice. Or do I decide to find Josefina and give her the welcome packet? Oh, that sounds more interesting, though. If I was this actual little girl, and she looks a lot like I did at her age too, I would be twatting about and finding Josefina, to be honest, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. You approach a senior counsellor near the boats. You wave the only dry welcome packet at her. Her name tag says Emily.
Emily, I need to get this to a new girl, you explain. Could you...
Emily turns her head, raising a finger to signal, give me a sec. Oh, we get to see her doing that too. Here she is, right here. Holding up her finger, just like that. Fred, we need you a check-in. Mrs. Wiggins is not here. We are gonna need all new welcome packets, she announces into her walkie-talkie. Whoosh, buzz, beep. Roger that, Fred's voice booms out of the walkie-talkie. Over. Emily rolls her eyes.
I need to find Josefina Fernanda de las Flores,
you pipe up. I think she's already on the island. Hop in, Emily says, pointing to a small Zodiac boat. You and Emily zoom to Princess Island in a flash. Emily drops you and your gear at the main dock and waves as she pulls away. You spot a girl sitting alone on a small old trunk under a chestnut tree. She has long, jet-black curls pulled up in a high ponytail and tiny sequins at the corners of her eyes. She wears the same skirt and polo that you're wearing. Are you... you begin, looking down to check the long name.
Josefina Fernanda de las Flores?
Yes, call me Joe, she answers.
Hi, Joe. I'm Perry. I have your welcome packet,
you say. You hand Joe the envelope and curtsy.
There was an accident on the mainland, and all the rest went into the water.
Oh, Thanks so much, she replies, curtsying back like a pro. She looks at the packet. Do you know where Trout Lily is?
Oh, I sure do. Follow me,
you say with a smile. Oh, and you get another lovely picture of the pair of them. There we go. Top stuff. You lead Joe through the woods to Trout Lily. You run into several counsellors along the way. You also ask everyone if they have seen Mrs. Wiggins. Funny, says Cassandra Smythe. I haven't seen her yet. Me either, Lady Antonia Cadwell adds. Sorry. When you learn that Joe is an expert rider, you make a quick detour to the barns.
Sammy is my favourite horse,
you say. Sammy suddenly lets out a loud fart. You both giggle and say in unison, Pardon you, Miss Sammy. And here's the pair of us with our farty horse right here. Could be playing the butt trumpet even as I show you the picture. Just flip to the appropriate piece now. Loving the pictures in the full colour. It is beautiful. And the quality of the book is gorgeous. The quality of the paper is nice. I'll say that. It is a lovely book for a kid especially. Leaving the stables, you notice a strange tree in the woods. It's glowing. You squint your eyes. There's a pattern on its trunk that juts and smooths to form a face. Standing right in front of it is a tall, beautiful horse. Wait, that's not a horse. It's a unicorn. You're about to dash into the woods when you remember Jo. She doesn't have any friends yet. You don't want to leave her all alone. Oh gosh. Were both of us not doing this? I felt like you can see us in the picture both doing it even. Because the two options are if you decide to stay with your new friend or if you dash into the woods and try to meet the unicorn. I wish to do both of the things. I don't understand why we can't both do the dashing and the unicorn. Why must I do this solo? Okay, though. Do I stay with... I mean, obviously I've got a dick about with a unicorn. I'm really LARPing as a little girl, and I would... How many times in your life do you meet another little girl? How many times in your life do you meet an actual unicorn? So, I am dashing into the woods. I'm going to try and meet this unicorn, because, YOLO.
Joe, I think I just saw
a unicorn, Joe asks, finishing your sentence.
Come on,
you cry, running off the path. Yay, Joe says right behind you. You both scramble through the woods. Is this not what I just said? Though I don't... These books for kids, y'all, I don't know. I feel like the quality has gone down recently with the Choose Your Own Adventures, but it could just be me thinking that as an old coot. I am not the little girl this is targeted at, clearly. So, carrying on without more criticism. Right, so we're both scrambling through the woods, but when you reach the tree, the unicorn is gone. And the tree looks completely normal. What happened to the green glow? Joe asks.
You saw it too,
you say. Let's come back later. I need to put this trunk away, Joe says. You notice she sounds a little nervous when she mentions the trunk. When you get to Trout Lily, the cabin is empty. Joe carefully places the trunk beside her cubby. She triple checks that the latches are latched and gives you a thumbs up.
What's in there?
You ask. I can't tell, Joe says, blushing, but it's best to stay away from it. Perry, Are you there? Someone hollers from outside. Pandora! You exclaim, rushing to hug her. Hello? You must be Miss Josephina or Joe, right? Pandora winks. Joe curtsies and nods. It is such a pleasant pleasure to be meeting you, she says. Oh, and you get to see them all meeting. It's nice. There we go. Wee bit of a hug there for my new friend. Nice one. Or is she the one that I knew from before, I think? I can't tell which ones. I've lost track of which one's which. Right, anyway. Nice hug. Right. 3 gongs sound over the loudspeaker. You girls ready to head to lunch? Pandora asks. We were actually gonna look for Joe's lost... You stammer. Dance costume, Joe blurts. I don't know how I lost it. We were going to backtrack past the stables. You look at Pandora, then at Joe. You've never told a lie before, not that you remember. Well, maybe a few fibs. So, I can decide to change the subject to get out of Joe's fib, or go on along with the story. Well, I mean... if we want to find this unicorn, we can't be having lunch. I guess I just throw him with this cockamamie story. Okay, good luck finding it, Pandora says. See ya at the lodge. Did you really lose your dance costume? You ask Joe. Not exactly, but it was the only thing I could think of. Let's find the unicorn, Joe says. You set out into the woods. You don't find the unicorn, but you do have fun. You head back to Trout Lily. You are bunking above another new camper, Princess Ava Siobhan. And you introduce yourselves. Junior Councillor Lady Osgood throws a s'mores party under the stars. You, Joe, Ava, and your other cabin mates laugh and sing camp songs until bedtime. How pleasant is this? Look, we're all... look what we're all doing. This is brilliant. There's me with my chums. Toasting up some s'mores over our campfire. Absolutely wonderful. You spend the night tossing and turning. You are worried about Mrs. Wiggins. Where is she? Finally you get out of bed and set off for Prince Island with your compass. I'll go talk to Harold, you think. He may be a dweeb, but he is still your brother. There's a one-person kayak in the boathouse. Ooh, that'll be me looking... I'm just chuckling because look how sassy and bold and brassy she looks sitting off in this thing. Wow. There's a one-person kayak in the boathouse. You pull it off the rack and set out across the water. You hold your lucky compass between your 2 big toes. Oh my god, she is as well. Compass between her big toes. No wonder she's looking so crafty and sneaky. So she's doing that. And I'm doing that and using it to guide me in the right direction and to light the way. Holy wow, isn't she meant to be 9? This is impressive. What is she even doing? Right. Clonk. Something hits the bottom of your kayak. And then another clonk. Followed by a thud. You look around and nothing's there. Hello? You say. Hey, watch where you're rowing, Pipsqueak. You hear. Who's there? You ask the darkness. The name's Betty. Betty Splendy, the voice answers. You feel a little splash and looking down see a bright magenta fish sparkling in the moonlight. Ooh, beautiful, also creepy a little bit. But I'm into that aesthetic. Oh, she's even got eyelashes. Oh, my days. Okay. To go to 59.
Wow, you say. I've never met a fish that could talk. Do you know the way to Prince Island?
Follow me, Betty says, shooting an electric wave of light up her spine and down her fins. Staying close, but not too close. To Betty, you paddle to Prince Island. As you pull your kayak onto the sand, Betty's glow dims.
Thank you, Betty, for all of your help.
You say, no sweat, Pipsqueak, Betty says, splashing you again with her back fin. Looking past Betty, you see flashing lights coming from Princess Island. Is that Morse code? Grabbing a stick, you translate the message in the sand. And here is me, looking very noble with my fishy friend there. You step back and read the message out. Follow the North Star West stop 911 stop. The lights across the water keep blinking the same message over and over. You might be the only person awake to see it.
Sounds like trouble, Betty says. I say we swim over and investigate.
So I can decide to follow Betty, which sounds like the fun option to me, or I can decide to find Harold and say goodbye to Betty for now. I am going with the mad magic fish. And hopefully following the North Star West 911, I guess. So get another lovely picture of me in my boat here. Absolutely lovely. Such lovely illustrations.
Let's go take a look and see if we can help.
Betty's fins burst with rainbow beams of light as she swims happily toward the cove. The sun is starting to peek through the clouds just as Betty gives you another little splash to say, "We're here." You push quietly through the marshes, gliding close behind Betty's back fin. Cicadas and bush crickets chirp. Fireflies blink like shooting stars. You feel so happy. Other fish join you. They all blink in gorgeous colours. They look like they are talking underwater.
Here's the problem,
Betty announces, shooting some neon blue sparks as she swims up alongside your kayak. The other fish have followed her.
Renata,
Betty continues.
She's a parrotfish. Now she is caught behind some rocks near the shore. Not sure how she swam in there. Can you help move the rocks so she can escape? Oh yeah, I'd be happy to,
you reply. Betty leads you to Renata, a beautiful coral pink fish with long green fins, stuck behind a few large rocks.
Here you go, Renata,
you say, gently lifting a rock to create an escape route. And I think this must be her. Quite a looker, I would agree. Renata darts out into the larger lake and jumps with joy. All the fish swim and frisk about. They send light beams of thanks. You even spot a blue mermaid as she climbs onto a nearby rock and waves at you. She says. That means I love you, she explains. Climbing back into your kayak, you wave goodbye to these magical beings.
I'll miss you very much, and I will be back again soon,
You say, clucky e. And you get to see the mermaid. And that is the end of this Let's Play through. I have had fun playing with this book. I'm looking forward to doing the next playthrough for this series. It's possible I won't get too many playthroughs out of this book. I feel like it didn't have maybe huge amounts of options, but we'll see. It may surprise me yet. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Please click like if you have. It's the only way that I know that anybody likes my stuff, and it will motivate me making more Let's Play videos of game books like this, rather than all of the other things that I make. And I do really enjoy making these Let's Play videos, so I would happily be doing this as the main thing that I do on this channel. Genuinely, that would be fantastic. If you would like to subscribe and see what I come up with next, please click on the subscribe button if it shows up on your device. I know not all of them have it, hey ho. And I have lots of other things uploaded, including other Let's Plays of game books. You're welcome to look through those as well if you like. That's all I have to say for now, though. This has been great fun. I have been Rosslyn. You've been a lovely audience. Toodaloo the noo. I hope I see you again.